Water pollution and its control. It is believed that water can wash away anything, but we tend to forget that water is lifeline, not only for we, the human beings, but also for many other organisms which survive in water bodies. As it is observed that water pollution is increasing, Water Act, which is Water Pollution and Prevention Act, Water Prevention and Pollution Control Act, came in force in 1974. These are the three kind of impurities which are found in water bodies: suspended solids, colloidal solids, and the dissolved material. Suspended solids are nothing but agricultural waste, etc. Colloidal are fecal matter, clothes, fiber, and dissolved are nutrients or toxic substance like phosphates, nitrates. Now what and how the water is being polluted? Water is majorly being polluted by domestic sewage and industrial effluents. Now when we discharge domestic sewage, biochemical oxygen demand increases. Biochemical oxygen demand is nothing but the consumption of oxygen by microbes to decompose the organic material is known as biochemical oxygen demand. So once we discharge domestic sewage in any water body, the BOD increases, that is microbes start using the oxygen present in the water body to degrade or to destroy the organic waste so present, thus depleting the oxygen content of the water, and which leads to motility of the fishes and other aquatic life. Next is algal bloom. Algal bloom is nothing but rapid increase of planktonic. Planktonic is nothing but floating algae on the surface of the water body which scavenges the oxygen and again leads to the death of fishes and mortality of aquatic life as well. Certain algal are quite dangerous to human health. It makes the water unhealthy to drink and kills the potability of the water. What is biomagnification? Biomagnification is nothing but, as we know, the industrial waste, the domestic sewage, any other type of impurity is being discharged into water bodies. At times what happens, the toxic waste increases at the successive trophic levels of aquatic food chains. This is an example of DDT, in which it's in parts per million. 0.003 was present in water. It reached to 0.04 in zooplankton, then it reached to 0.5 in fishes, it reached to 2 in large fishes, and finally birds, it reached to 25 ppm. Biomagnification leads to passage on of high level of toxic substances to the successive trophic levels in the food chain. Hence, the birds will receive maximum amount of the toxic substances because these toxic substances remain unchanged. Next is eutrophication. Eutrophication is nothing but the natural aging of a lake. This natural aging of a lake occurs due to nutrient enrichment of the water. That is, first a lake was cold water lake supporting life, aquatic life as well as the life of fishes. Now, as the continuity of movement of water from the other sources is passing into the lake, the water of the lake becomes warmer, as well as there are deposits because nutrients are coming in, so algal bloom will be there, other plants will also grow. So what will happen, the nutrients will be enriched and nutrients will be deposited on the surface of the lake, which will make it shallow. Now the cold life or the or aquatic organisms or fishes surviving in cold water will be replaced by the fishes or the aquatic life surviving in warm water, and as gradually the time will pass, the lake will turn out into land. But this eutrophication is these days being induced by agriculture as well as cultural eutrophication, in which the dump from agriculture, the dump from industries or the discharges, they are actually warm, the temperature of discharge is high. So what happens when it is infused in the lake? The temperature of the water rises, which leads to eutrophication as well as agricultural waste. These wastes are rich in nutrients like phosphate and nitrates, which supports the growth of certain planktons, algals and other things, so that the deposits at the lake bottom is increased and the lake becomes shallow and eutrophication occurs. So these are the few results which we will face after water pollution. But other than that, water is lifeline of human beings. We cannot survive without water. So we should try and prevent water pollution as much as we can at our own level. We should try that, yes, there should be treatment of any discharge before discharging it into water, as well as this another very hazardous water pollution or which is being seen usually in coastal regions, which is oil spillage. By mistake, the leakage of oil over the surface of water is oil spillage, and it leads to death of large number of fishes as well as lead to death of large amount of aquatic life. So as we have come to know that water not only supports human beings but other form of life also. So we should try to prevent the pollution of water.